This is Tidehunter. This is Leshrac that can get easily in the jungle. And on one side, we have relatively big ultis with Brewmaster and Phoenix. The only one on Aster.Aries' side is Tidehunter. Even with the Snapfire Kisses down, they can still take this fight. Mostly it's going to be about that Ravage. So we'll see how Tide's game's going to be. He is playing against the Alchemist. Looking at some of the items, he's starting with the Ring of Protection because he knows that Acid Spray lowers his armor. This is a good spell. This spell got buffed by quite a lot. Mana cost is decreased from 160 on level 4 to 130 at all levels, so 10 per level, which is a really nice buff for a hero like an Alchemist who doesn't have big mana pool. And looking at some of the other heroes on side of PSG.LGD, the Tusk, again, I think we're going to see more of this hero. It's been super popular so far in the Chinese DPC. We talked about the hero not having too many weaknesses. This time around, nothing to say. We'll play it, and he's going to need to be the playmaker. He needs to move around the map. It's going to be about him and Rubik. Phoenix also a hero that doesn't move. OP. Let's see
Sliding
if
away.
they can put in some extra damage. Shiro did not want to get stunned level 1. Did not want to get baited.
Yeah, took the Acid Spray, which is good. It's a good first pick. A-okay. Look it over mid, nothing to say. Oh, look at it. Bugged ethereal item. Woo. Trail of the Burning Doom, that's going to be on the fist item for nothing to say. That is similar to the Bleak Hallucination that you see on FY. That is why he is on fire. There's nothing wrong with your screen. It is all according to the way the bugged item works, but it's really cool. I do like that. Nothing to say on that Tusk. One of the things I want to talk about is Planet being on his best hero, Rubik. This is how he's basically gotten a name for himself, is with said Rubik, and I'm excited to see what he does with this hero. We've seen a lot of good Rubik performances already. Can he even live up to the standards of what we've seen from players like Felix and Salad, right?
Yeah, they have been dominating on the Rubik. We've seen so many good plays. I thought Planet got the name from playing Earthshaker, not Rubik. He was using Planet, the Arcana of the Earthshaker, and then that's where the Planet comes from.
That is also true. You're not wrong. But it was a little bit of both. I would say probably, yeah, more so the Earthshaker than the Rubik. You're not wrong. But he has really shown up to be a very hype Earthshaker Rubik player. And I've said it already once this series. Who does that remind you of? Potentially, Ethel. If you said that, you may have been correct. But
is this a trivia?
it's in-between game rolling trivia. If you guessed C, you were correct. OP just trying to mess with these heroes of Y and Shiro. Shiro on this Alk, we'll see how he does. Right now going one of the Acid Spray, has that other one into the Grievel's Greed. So just farming here up against Shanxi. And how do you feel about this Alk?
Oh, Tiny might be in trouble. Let's see, 2 more Fire Spirits.
Does he have it?
Not enough damage. With the Tango, it's going to be enough. But he is giving Shiro a complete free farm, and that's why Shiro decided to get the point in Grievel's Greed that you mentioned.
Yeah, right now just pretty much free to do whatever he wants, getting that extra gold, and really already sitting top of the CS chart, and it really doesn't look like there's anything to stop him. So, over mid, this is the biggest matchup I think we've talked about. We've talked about how nothing to say really needs to be on it. We've seen a lot of Tusks move around and try to get and put their pressure down. We'll see if nothing to say can do that here. Up against this Leshrac, how do you think this lane is going to go?
He's doing better than I expected. We saw in the previous matchup when he was playing Void Spirit that he completely dumpstered it. Leshrac should have an upper hand, but nothing to say seems to know the matchup, keeping up with the Lash, being able to last hit. Ulu bottom. Ooh, that Thunderclap misses. Oh, it actually hit him, but it's only level 1.
Not too high just yet, as this is Jiang Yu on this Brewmaster. And it always feels like it's just so easy to be like, okay, he's playing Brewmaster. What would Faith Beyond have done? It just feels like that's going to be the question that they have to live under, right? Like, for Shiro, Planet, and Jiang Yu, they're always living under that for probably the entirety of the year.
Pretty much. They're going to get compared to old PSG.LGD members because they have been so successful.
WWFBD. What would Faith Beyond do?
Nice try.
Is really the mantra, I guess, of that bottom lane. So we'll see if it works out.
A little bit of a Kale, but they want to go.
It's good to be back, Kale.
Missed that word.
Yeah, I actually do a lot. It's nice to see. But, you know, it's just going to be a quick pause. We got the G's going ready. Here we go. Shiro back into it. 24-2 here for Shexi.
Doing good. I
Yeah.
mean, he's not contested. He can't really die to Phoenix Alchemist. Alchemist who just put the point in Unstable Concoction, level 4. So, Tidehunter already tanky enough.
Bottom lane getting really low. How can he escape this? It is very tough for him. He'll salve up and try to walk away. Ooh, and Red Panda unable to get first blood there. But kind of close. Still, though, nothing to say, as well as Shiro farming up really well. You know, you do have Shexi doing what he can in this lane, but will it be enough, I guess is the question.
He becomes almost unkillable. Like, you need to rotate 3 heroes. One of them needs to be Tusk with the punch to be able to bring down this Tidehunter, who does have 2 points in Kraken Shell, and Tiny stacking up some jungle for Leshrac, like even Tidehunter. Both of these heroes can farm it.
Oof. Looks like a lot of creeps here in the triangle. And a lot to farm. As you can see, the stacks being made in the dire side of the jungle as well. Good amount of stacks being made by Y, and those will eventually be cleaned up by Alchemist, and that will really bolster his gold.
That should help.
Might be something that Aster.Aries want to get aware of and throw potentially OP into the jungle to get some vision on that, right?
Yeah, as we said, they have Leshrac and Tidehunter. Oh, Tusk, rotation, does have a punch.
Has some help from Planet, and White Album going to be in trouble. One more right click needed. Y gets first blood over White Album, and the rotations from the supports, which is something that has been a common sight in the Chinese region, bringing the party over mid at about 6 minutes in.
Pretty standard from what we've seen in the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Both supports rotating mid, securing the rune for their mid laner, and it's going to be a haste rune for nothing to say.
Jinyu, get by that stun. Pounce leashing. Some trouble here for the Brewmaster. Fade Bolt, Telekinesis saving him. Ooh, throwing him closer to the Brewmaster. And, well, let's see. They've got the shards. They'll have the Walrus Punch. Ulu getting low. Dark Pack not going to be enough. Nothing to say with the kill here on Ulu. And a kill me to kill bottom. All of a sudden, nothing to say. He's made some big impact already.
And the wave is pushing in on a mid lane, so nothing of value was lost. Tiny with the Avatos combo. Why you smile? Oof.
What?
A bit of a miscommunication there. He thought Tiny's going to toss him on top of him.
Yeah, the stun, it looks a little bit weird. I guess we understand the concept of that what should have happened. So just a bit of miscommunication, missing out on a kill there on the Phoenix. But nothing too terrible at the end of the day.
Shiro also stacking for himself the small camp. He wants to have that efficiency. Grievel's Greed, level 1 at this point, and the farm with the acid spray. But most importantly, when you have Alchemist, is to keep them busy between like 8 and the 12, 13 minute mark, where this hero starts to excel at farming. So expect more rotations coming out from PSG.LGD.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised seeing Shiro now trying to stack again. I wouldn't be surprised to see nothing to say make another move in just a second. So using the Assassin Spray, pretty efficient. This is like the coolest thing, I mean, honestly. I like seeing efficiency. Yeah, you get the big Echo Slams and Black Hole and Chronos and whatnot, but it's the little things that impress me the most.
Efficiency.
Yeah.
That's a good word, man. I love efficiency in Dota.
How much?
10 out of 10.
Hey, there it is. That's an efficient number there, too. So, you know, we see the efficiency, we give the efficiency, and, well, Planet Telekinesis on Red Panda goes in biz by picking up that room. 8 minutes into the game, Alchemist finally taking over at the top of the net worth as he took that stack. And you can see where Ulu is in terms of farm, and it is not looking that great.
Nuh-uh.
He's in the middle of the pack below Brewmaster, and first usage of the Brewmaster ulti. He wants to punish Slark being level 5, and they're gonna get it.
It looks like he's gonna do so, and Jiang Yu gets the kill. You know, Jiang Yu, who is really quiet in game number 1, and almost a net negative, I would say, on that Viper. And unfortunately, it was just his lane got bullied. Cookie from the high ropes, and here comes the side of Aster.Aries to get the kill on a Nothing to Say, just from the top turnbuckle, slamming down that Cookie.
This time around, they executed perfectly. OP toss back onto White Album, who stuns himself this time. But yeah, getting a kill on Tusk, who is a playmaker for PSG.LGD in this one. They need to deal with this Alchemist. Alchemist has been free farming. Oh, died.
See that stat.
He wants to steal some of the farm from Alk.
They need to bring everybody over here, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They know that they see this stack, they'll throw the shards out, and now they're going to look over as Y in some trouble with the snowball. It's a little bit of a save. They go to the Ravage. That lands on a Nothing to Say. They've got the Sun Ray on a Nothing to Say with a Walrus Punch coming in, as well as the Sun from Shiro. White Album goes down. The save was there for Nothing to Say as well as Y, so they get both kills. First, it was the snowball save, then it was the Sun Ray save. They're looking like goalies out there.
Yeah, Shiro even decided to join. That 4 points in Acid Spray, reducing their armor by 7, dealing damage. They could not take this fight, and now Shiro can farm this in peace. They're not going to go for this again. Tidehunter, no Ravage, and they learned their lesson.
Yeah, they're definitely learning their lesson. Meanwhile, Cookie stolen by Planet. Not bad to have, honestly.
It's a good spell. Yeah, it's a level 2 Cookie, but it's still a good spell. There's some really nice spells to steal this game. Mostly Avalanche, Stun from Leshrac,
Ravage.
You can easily steal Mortimer's Kisses. Ravage is going to be a bit difficult to steal, but the other ones are relatively easy, especially the Snapfire ulti.
So right now, Shiro back in getting these golems. That's always nice for an Alchemist. Split up, get some more gold. Top of the net worth now by 1,100 gold. Fire Snap Cookie. And he does have Supernova, but never a chance to get it off, as they have 3 heroes. Nothing to Say comes in with shards, blocks in Shanxi as Mortimer's Kisses gets used, and they're going to have Planet stealing that immediately. Like you said, it's very easy to steal. The Kisses going in green globs right onto White Album.
Not a solo kill him.
It's a solo kill on a White Album. Shards are there. Red Panda drops 2. And Shanxi able to TP out, but he leaves the rest of his team there for death.
And most importantly, Shiro gets the free farm. TP's back to bottom lane. A bit of an overextension by Aster.Aries there, I would say. They tried to make too much. They did manage to kill Phoenix. But other than that, big W for PSG.LGD. Shiro TP'd bottom. Only needs to get that Talisman of Evasion, and Radiance will be ready. Compared to Slark, Slark struggling, as you mentioned. Sitting at 4,000 net worth, going into Echo Saber, which he will disassemble, get that Axe. But playing into Alchemist, the Acid Spray, and Radiance Burn, it's going to be a difficult task. Yeah. Our panel talked about the late game scenarios, so they need to drag this game without losing too much of a map presence. Good thing about the lineup from PSG.LGD, from Aries' perspective, is they don't have that much tower damage.
Avalanche toss, Sunray, Supernova. They've got the telekinesis on a White Album before he died, and the chase is on, but Ulu's coming over. Shiro, this might be way too far. Stuns in, Leash is there. Sunray! Oh, Shiro just surviving. Walks away. Ulu uses that ult to also get some distance, but Nothing to Say is coming over. He might want to be a little bit careful as, well, the only one here is Y, and he doesn't have that Supernova to work with.
That was close. I thought that Shiro might die there. Joining a fight, not having a Radiance there, needs like another minute to farm his Radiance.
Yeah, he's now, Pounce gets stolen as they get a kill on Ulu, so Y gets credit for that one. Planet using that Pounce, having the telekinesis, and the Fade Bolt, and Planet just making it happen with the help of the rest of the team and getting another kill on Ulu, slowing him down. This is, look at where he is. He's behind Jiang Yu.
That's not good. Brewmaster, Jiang Yu going for a bit of a different build. Usually we've seen raid packs. It's not that great here anyway. But going for a Blink Dagger. It's been a while since I saw Brewmaster picking up Blink Dagger as a first item. I guess what he wants to do is get a good split and control Tidehunter with the Cyclone, so they know that there's not going to be Ravage. He can easily blink into backlines, control Snapfire, stopping the Mortimer's Kisses.
Toss Cookie Scatter Blast, but not enough to get GNU at all. Nothing to say comes over, almost the perfect shards, but close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. As they go to the Primal Split, they've got the Cyclone onto the Tide. Just as you were talking about it, they get the kill on a Red Panda. They'll bring him back down to Earth. Walrus Punch, the control is there. And Shang-Chi doesn't have the mana for the Ravage. Now finally gets it back with the Arcane Boots. As the Primal Split's about to run out, Uwu looks for the pounce, but the blink away from GNU. They toss this Phoenix up into the air. Phoenix does have Supernova. If they continue to chase, they've got White Album coming over. Shards hits all three heroes. There's the mech. The right click's in. Yu getting low, but able to retreat enough. Is Planet now coming into the fight? They've got the telekinesis coming through onto the Tidehunter. There's the Ravage, but the Supernova is used, and now can they get the egg out? Yes, they can. They get the kill on a Y. They look over at White Album. There's nothing to say. Comes over. The stolen Ravage comes in from Planet. They get the kill onto Shang-Chi. They'll take out White Album and OP, and this turns around on Aster.Aries. LGD coming in big, and can they stop the TP? No, they cannot. Ooh, gets away, but only just barely.
Man, they're so disciplined. There was a cute little play there where they're trying to find a way how to save this Brewmaster, who was slightly in trouble, so they give vision of the neutral creep camp so that they can use the snowball, run to the side if necessary. We're going to see that again. But yeah, look how well they are running back, and this is the play that I was talking about. So Phoenix is going to provide vision on the neutral camp just in case. Pushes it back, and then Egg looked good, but they didn't have enough to protect it with, and great steal there.
Yeah, just as he's using the Anchor Smash. Before it, though, gets the Ravage, and it hits, it cleans up, it helps them get White Album as well as OP.
We'll take that.
Planet on a whole different planet in that fight. Up a little bit higher. Did get hit by the Ravage, still got the steal off, and he's going to hold on to Ravage and maybe have it for a second time to fight. 7,000 net worth lead here for LGD as this Alchemist is rolling. Blink Dagger picked up by Nothing to Say, and clear up these creep waves. BKB almost finished for Alchemist.
Oh. Slark just finished Echo Saber. On the other side, we have Alchemist with Radiance and the BKB. So PSG.LGD, they're going to try to take another fight with Ravage.
Nothing to Say getting another kill there on OP.
Get another fight, potentially turn that into Roche.
This could be Roche. Tier 1 tower is probably going to go down, and no contest coming in from Aster.Aries. They have Uwu just farming bot. He really wants to find a way back into this game, and it's very difficult with just this Echo Saber. Yu going into the Blink, and then the Axe. So he's got the Blink, he's got the Ogre Axe. 3 components left on that Axe. Dusk looking for the Desolator. Ooh, with the Pounce attempt, not going to land it there. They're waiting. They kind of want somebody to move up a little bit so they can get the telekinesis out. They have Ravage in just a second. So catching this Slark is truly a possibility.
Red Panda did scout him out. Shiro.
Smoke.
Yeah, being very aggressive. He's alone. Rest of the team is smoking away from Shiro.
Taking the far route. But they'll eventually meet up with Shiro. They are still smoked up.
Again, maximizing the farm, dragging the creep wave into triangle, then farming it with Radiance. I guess the play was fake it that they're behind him, because otherwise he would not make a move like that. And the rest of the team smokes to the top. Maybe they find someone else.
They're going to come forward as Shang-Chi blocked by the shards. Stun charged up. Shiro? Can't find anybody. And now that means Uwu is going to get the pounce. So Shiro's in trouble. Ravage comes in and Shiro's just dead. This is all because he stunned himself. They'll go into the Primal Split. They don't have an Alchemist to fight on this one. This is a dangerous proposition here for LGD. They've got the Cyclone out onto the Snapfire, but they need to get away from this. They look over as the Brewmaster is in some trouble. just the last Panda. Great shards, but still a pounce.
can blink
Tumbler's
out.
toy, and
Quick
he's got the
fingers.
blink. They lose Shiro. That was a bit of an overstay.
Yeah, first Brewmaster blinks in the triangle. They do have vision. Look at PSG.LGD's vision. They have 3 wards near the enemy triangle, but didn't get the most out of this. So Alchemist will have his Blink Dagger available. A bit of a mistake, as you said. Not able to use a BKB there, but we'll be ready for the next fight.
And he's up, so let's see if they go again. Could be tough, though. They have to find the proper alignment here with the Alchemist. They don't want that to happen again. Back-to-back deaths like that could certainly put Aster.Aries back into the mix.
OP managing to find some gold, getting his Blink Dagger up. So now the tower defense is going to be much easier. They will have another form of initiation.
Yeah, it's finally having the Blink Avalanche toss. Nothing to say. Ooh, Scatterblast. Okay. Off the mark. A Blink. Avalanche on 2. Pounce, Leash. And that is onto the tusk, but nothing to say. Not bothered. So, over mid, White Album taken out. As it's Jiang Yu who kills off this little Shrek, and they're still looking towards top. Nothing to say. Under a Sentry Ward, and that's going to allow them to get the Avalanche as well as the toss, but it doesn't line up with the Cookie, so that allows him to go
Slark
and
is
get
waiting
into the Snowball. Blinks away. Pounce is going to be a little bit short. The rest of the team is following this up. They need to be very careful. OP, is this the time to use the shovel? I'm not really sure about that. Telekinesis into the Walrus Punch. Sunray on Ulu. Pounces away. Snowball comes out onto the Tidehunter. Shang-Chi in trouble, but he's going to pop the Guardian Greaves. And now OP with the Avalanche out lands onto 3 heroes. They get the kill on OP. They'll take the Tiny. Looking over at the Tidehunter. And this stun is charged up. The stun is thrown out. The Walrus Punch is there. And Shang-Chi will die, as Nothing to Say is now dominated.
Understanding that Ravage is still on cooldown and playing very aggressive. Also, Tidehunter, he's tanky, but he's not that tanky, especially when you play against Tusk, who does have 3 points in the tag team. If they bring numbers, he dies. And straight into Roche Pit they go. They want to give this Aegis to Shiro, because we saw what happened. Radiant using a scan. They know something's cooking. Tidehunter is gone for 15 seconds. They're not going to be able to defend this one.
No, they're not even trying to. They're on the other side of the mid lane, and they're just going to concede this first Aegis. So for LGD, now they can work with this. They're up 8,000 net worth. You see where Shiro's at in terms of gold. Now it's time to push on forward. Ooh. Still searching for this Ags.
Does have it now. Will disassemble his Echo Saber by a point booster in the secret shop.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
You'd like to think so. There it is. So has the double pounce, but he hasn't been landing many.
He's 0-3-1. Does have that 1 permanent agility. He needs to stay away from Alchemist in these fights. He also needs to stay away from Tusk, Sunray. There's a bunch of spells. Like, they don't have like a real counters to Slark, where it's like a Bloodseeker, a Chronosphere, Lashrak that he needs to play on the different side of the map or something, but it's a difficult task as well.
Blink in,
yeah,
Walrus Punch, OP
damage.
already dead, and they're going to look for a second in White Album. He's burning out, burning it into his death, and that is a big issue for the side of Aster.Aries. This is another kill for LGD, and it's here too.
Slark can't really just stay and hit Alchemist, especially Alchemist with Aegis. Evasion, burn damage, and he does have...
Ulu? Spotted, dead! Whoa, nothing to say with the double damage, and the Desolator just blew him up!
Some big punches.
Oh my. Gosh. That was a lot of damage coming out real quick. Just straight 1,000 off the Walrus Punch. Beauty of a kill there for Nothing to Say. Like you said, he was hungry in the first game, and he really hasn't stopped feasting, has he?
Yeah, wanted to eat some fish.
Yeah.
AC done on Alchemist. So that's going to be easier way to siege the towers. This is a type of a game where you misuse the Ravage, you die on 2 core heroes and the game just might end. They have more than enough tower damage now with the AC, Deso, done on Nothing to Say, as you mentioned, going into BKB next. Shiro, man, he's very keen on using that BKB to try to get something out of it.
Yeah, jump in, and the cookie is what sent the Leshrac back far enough where Shiro didn't feel comfortable in going for that. So there's the Ags for the Brewmaster, the Primal Companion.
It's very annoying. We can see the siege demolish, trying to get the most out of it. If he feels he's in trouble, we'll blink away.
Okay, free tower. Didn't get the last hit, though. I'm a little upset about that one. Avalanche toss into the stun. Nothing to say. Well, he'll be saying nothing as he is dead. Stun comes out from Shiro. That's going to land onto the Sark as well. They'll look for the follow-up stun from Planet. Split Earth lands, Pounce up onto the high ground, but Pounce down to the low ground. Not too confident in that move. Another Pounce across the hill. Charging up the stun. Dark Pact used. Ooh's in trouble. Pounce, but it only gets him a little bit further away from that stun. They've got the Avalanche in the toss. That lands on a Y. They get the kill there, but the stun comes out from Planet. Now they look over as Shiro's getting a little bit low. Jiang Yu, he's there and trying to help out. Goes into the Primal Split. There's the blink as well as the stun. White Album in trouble. Another stun that lands from Planet, but they get the Aegis out of the hands of Shiro. Pounce onto the backlines. This is looking good for Aster.Aries.
Can he time it? Yes,
and they've got the Ravage. They've got the timing. They should be able to get the kill once again, but the BKB comes out from Shiro now on the run. Planet trying to help out. The stolen Ravage! Again, he steals the Ravage. They go after White Album. They're going to get the kill here onto both him and Red Panda. Ooh, still trying to clean up Shiro. Shiro on the run, but he's leashed up. So Ulu takes out this Alchemist. It's Planet just going ham in this fight. The snowball from Nothing to Say, but a Pounce again. Planet sticking
Providing
with
vision.
him. He sees him. He's got the Dark Pact now. Brewmaster looking, searching. Nothing to say. Over to the side. Ooh, with another Pounce. He's getting away. He goes to the TP.
Cyclone. He's going to find him.
Ooh. Almost
so
had
close.
him.
Half cast animation. Man, Shiro did not have his Chemical Rage ready for 2-3 seconds. If he had it, that would have been, I think, a different fight. But nicely timed Ravage from Tidehunter, forgetting to use Anchor Smash after. And one more time, Planet stealing Ravage, turning the fight around.
God, he has done this twice already, and let's see it here. Because he's going to do Ravage, and then stolen immediately. And he hits this onto like 3 heroes. Look at this, goes away from Shiro and lands it, but meanwhile, Ooh, on the live screen, getting another kill here on the Y. He's starting to bolster. He's starting to fortify those stats. He's getting there.
He's playing aggressively. Does have that depth shroud as well, so he can have some extra regen. It's like another life on a Slark, and you can also save the teammates.
Avalanche toss. And here comes the Primal Split. The rest of the team will follow this up from LGD. They've got the Cyclone onto the Sark. They're going to need to be careful. And, ooh, no, they're going to leave him by himself. They go to the Walrus Punch on a White Album. They get the kill out of the Leshrac. Telekinesis, Dark Pact used. Planet trying to get away. Dark Pact's himself. Oh, around the bend, but he can't get away. Ulu's still on him. Now they're charging up the stun, but Shiro's going to stun himself. They've got the vision down. They do spot. Ooh, they've got the Walrus Punch as well as the Snowball. The control is there, but they don't have another stun from Shiro. It's not going to matter. They've got the right clicks to get the kill. They'll take out Red Panda falls. They look over at OP as well as Shang-Chi. They continue on with the Sun Ray. They'll land that Thunderclap. The Gush is used on to the Brewmaster, but it's not looking like it's going to matter. The Snowball comes in for Nothing to Say, and the right click just from the Walrus Punch knocks him out, and they'll take away OP. Full team wipe for PSG.LGD.
Man, what a turnaround. These Rubik players, they're on some other stuff. Like the Chinese Rubik players so far in the DPC have been amazing. If they split up a fight like that, and Brewmaster is doing exactly that with his Primal Companion, with his Primal Split, Snapfire, ulti. Let's see if Rubik decides to steal it. He's not there. He TP'd to bottom. What a chat. He's like, yeah, you guys have this. I'm going to farm up some creeps.
I'm going to get my Force Staff.
Force Staff, none so far on side of PSG.LGD, but they definitely need it. Against Slark, against all this initiation, it's the best item you can buy pretty much, but they decided to go for something different, you know. You see this Guardian Greaves on Phoenix to tank things up a little bit, and now with the 2 Force Staffs queued up on PSG.LGD, it's going to be a different story for Slark. He's not going to be able to leech, connect onto a target, leash it, and then deal damage. There's going to be a double save, a snowball save potentially on top of it.
They're chasing, and they've got the Cyclone. It's on OP. The pounce is coming through. They finally get the pounce and the leash out onto the Brewmaster. Jiang Yu on the run. Gush again, coming up from Shang-Chi. They land the Split Earth, but they've got the stun coming in from Shiro. Uh-oh! Now they're going to go in. They've got the damage onto Shang-Chi. They'll get that kill onto the Tidehunter. The Snowball comes over on Ulu. They just need a right quick Walrus Punch to get the kill, but they look over as the Sunray's going to be on a Shiro to get the kill on a White Album. Body blocking Sark. Ulu on the run. Now he gets onto the low ground near the Tier 2 tower. Red Panda with him nearby, but the Pound's getting him some distance. That Snowball's not going to land, neither will the Shards. Toss up into the air. They look over, but the Avalanche comes in. It's going to land on Nothing to Say as well as Jiang Yu. But the Walrus Punch knocks out Red Panda. They'll take out OP. The only one alive is Ulu, and he's the one to call GG. So LGD, they take it 2-0 over Aster.Aries, and they do it confidently in both games.
What a performance, man. They did very cool job protecting the Alchemist. I said, you know, around 8 to 12 minute mark, they made some stacks for him.